Hello everybody, this is Nelca again. It's 10:30 now here in Dubai and I'm still awake because I received a very interesting email from our subscriber. It is all about daylighting. That's why I need to attend it first. They said that they have requirements in BREEAM, BREEAM assessments. For you, Rubai, I'm not familiar actually with the BREEAM, but I am familiar with LEED. So I checked the BREEAM website, and it's here. And I also checked the checklist for the daylighting, and it's here. So it seems like it's similar to the LEED certification, like this one. This is the LEED certification of USGBC. I will explain a little in LEED. You can read the BREEAM, but I can explain to you the LEED certification a little because that's what I know right now. In LEED certification, the daylight requirements is based on the percentage that the project will achieve. LEED certification is like pointing. You can achieve a good grade if you have higher points. So this daylight is having 3 points. If you achieve this one, it will add very much to your pointing system. So they have these requirements. The lux level also mentioned, and also the rooms and the areas that needs to be calculated, and also the months that you need to run a calculation for daylighting. So I hope the BREEAM all similar to this one. You also mentioned that you are a freelancer for 2D and 3D modeling works, and you are requiring for this one this analysis for daylight. I will tell you that there are lots of tools and software that you can use for daylighting. Okay, let me go through one by one. You can use this one. This is from Autodesk. Try this one, and this is also from YouTube. You can check this one. I will give you the link later. I will post in my YouTube channel also. And yeah, I think they have also the similar function, like they can calculate daylighting. Also from Dialux, I think they are the best software for daylighting. I checked this one. I will give it to you also the link, or you can Google it. The Dialux Daylight Visualizer is also very good. And also from AGI32 or Lighting Analyst. I made my first daylighting calculation using AGI32. I never tried Dialux Evo for daylighting calculation. It only happens that you requested it. That's why I will do it right now. Yeah, you can have this AGI32 and Dialux and also the Autodesk Ecotect. Yeah, daylighting analysis. What else did you ask? So these recommendations or requirements, I am not familiar with this one, but we can go through it, and I will tell you that maybe Dialux Evo is also possible for achieving these requirements of BREEAM. So let's see and try it. I will show you on how to do the daylighting calculation in Dialux Evo. I am not sure that it will be a nice tool to achieve the requirements for BREEAM, but I can tell you that Dialux Evo can run a daylighting calculation, and it gives you all the values for the lux level, for the uniformity, and for maybe for the glare also. And also it can give you an option to also adjust the months, the time, if you want to run a calculation for example 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you can also do that. And there's also an option to put a blinds like this one in Dialux Evo. So if your project has blinds on it, yeah, you can also use this plug-in. And yeah, because daylighting, you need to consider a lot of things. One is, of course, the orientation of your building, because north and south or east and west will really affect your daylighting value. Also the type of the canopy or the awnings or the depth of the rooms. Yes, it will greatly, for example, this balcony, it has roof on the balcony, so it will create shadow or shade to the glass, so it's good for the room. And this one, it doesn't have canopy, so I'm sure the light will go directly here. And because I put some blinds here, you can also see that the light, if the light value will greatly reduce if there's a blind. What else? Also, you need to consider the size of your window, all the openings, size, the height, and of course the type of the glass materials. You need to know that one. And of course, you can get those specifications from the glass manufacturer or the window supplier. So let's start now, and I will use this project. This is a nice townhouse. Yeah, I'm sure it's a good example. Okay, let's add one more blinds here in this window because I'm sure there will be a lot of glare here. But okay, let's keep it as it is, and later we will see how it looks like. Here maybe we can add here. See, you can create a blinds and you can edit it here, and maybe if you want to open half of it. Yeah, there are also some adjustments you can do here, and you can check that one later. If it's clear glass, you can make it as a clear glass. If it's double insulation glass one, then you can do it. Well, you need to understand those things like double heat insulation glass 2 or 3 or 4, those types. I cannot explain it to you right now because this is my first time to use this one. And yeah, so you can maybe check this one later. So after that, after putting the blinds and the glass and the windows, I will show you how to create a scene in Dialux Evo. And of course, before you do this one, you need to understand and learn how to use the Dialux, the basic on how to use the Dialux Evo, because building this structure is also time consuming, and you need to understand how to do it. It's not easy, but it will be similar to, for example, AutoCAD or SketchUp. Yeah. So yeah, you need to study first the basics of Dialux Evo before doing this one. Or if you already have the model, then it's better. So I created one scene here. The first scene is about, see, I check all the luminaires. The first scene is all about the artificial lighting, which are the luminaires. And also I created another scene using daylight. So we will check now the daylight. On how to create a light scene, you just have to click this one and then create a light scene, and then label it properly. And then you will click this one, general output for this light scene. And of course, if you want to know the lux level of every room, you need to have a calculation surfaces. For example, you for a room, you can go for a 0. This is a working plane. The default for Dialux Evo is 0.8 because it's a bedroom. Either you can go for 0.8 if you like 0.8. If the BREEAM requirements it says 0.8, then you can go for 1. But usually it's 0 because it's on the floor. And then, for example, similar to the living area, and also in the kitchen should be different. But since I selected for the whole, then I will make it a 0 for a while, and then I will create a calculation surface for the kitchen table here. So I will draw a calculation for a kitchen, and I will put it as 0.85 or 0.8 from the floor. The calculation parameters will be a direct one, horizontal, and you need to understand all these things also. So either, yeah, horizontal or direct, perpendicular, sorry. And then what else? For example, it's in the study room. I have a study room here. If you click this one, let's go back here and select this one. This one, study room or a library or an office area or office room, you can go for 0.8 or 0.76. It depends. So daylighting is similar to lighting calculation. You need to follow the basic standards or basic parameters to do the calculation. So I hope you also know that one. If I explain it to you here, it will take time. So let's go for basic first. So yeah, now everything is, I think it's okay. So some are in 0 level, the calculations are in 0, and some are in zero point 0.8. So we can run a calculation now. So to do the calculation, we need to set up, for example, here the one I showed you before. Since that I have created are luminaires and the daylight. So make sure that you selected the daylight, and you click this one and click this one. And for the parameters for the daylighting, you need to select which one, what kind of sky, clear sky, average sky, or overcast. For this example, I don't know what is the requirements of the BREEAM, but if they ask for the clear sky, you can have it here. If they want an overcast, then you can also try this one. And of course, the date and the month and the year, if you like, you can also select. So let's say, for example, June 1. Let's go for June 1. And then let's say we will go for 3 p.m. Okay. And then, yeah, let's go for 3 p.m. And it would be a direct sunlight. What else? Yeah. Clear sky, 3 p.m., June 1, 2016, direct sunlight. Alright, and then we will run a calculation based on those parameters. Make sure that you selected only the daylight calculation. Okay, and then press this one and calculate. The calculation is now done, and some areas are red. It means it's not achieving the required lux level, maybe because of the objects, but we can check that one here in our PseudoColor. So we can go and check it using the PseudoColor. We can adjust this one. Let's say this is 50 lux, and the highest one is, for example, 3,000. Let's go for 5,000 because it's daylighting. Okay, so you will understand that the pseudocolor or the false color rendering has meaning. Every color has meaning. Like for example, if it's yellow here, this one you can see that it means it's 2,000 lux. If you want to visualize 2,000 lux in reality, it's like you went into a football game, yeah, or in a overlit operating room. Okay, if you want to know the for example, this blue green here, it means 500 lux. 500 lux is, it means that you are like in the office area, like in, yeah, an office area or office room. So that's the meaning of that. And if you want to go inside for every room, let's go for the dining area. You can see that the lux value is here. You can see now that the light or sunlight, and see the reflection of the frame, and the blinds totally block it from here. And also this one, if you can see that the glare is coming to this side, also to the upper part of the wall, on this sofa, on the glass, and inside in this part it's a little dark because all the lights are coming from the window only, so the deeper part of the room are not that bright. All the luminaires are all turned off, all are closed. That's why whatever is the light inside is only from the daylight. So yeah, you can run a calculation, daylight calculation, whatever time the BREEAM requires. For example, this one we created in 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if they require to run another calculation in 10 a.m. or maybe 12 noon, then you need to adjust again and run another calculation using these times. See this one, it blocks the shades, the upper part, and yeah, because maybe it's 3 o'clock, that's why it's like this. So yeah, the orientation of this building is north is in the upper part. Like if you go to the plan view, this is the north part, and south is here, and east and west. So that's why it's like this. How about of the back side? Is there enough light? Yes, there is enough light. Also, I have a mini skylight here. So if you can see, there's a mini skylight here, and it goes to that side. Ah, lovely. I love this part. It's like a streak of lights on the wall. Ah, this is so amazing. I love this one. Okay, if I do the ray tracing for this one, oh my goodness, this is magnifico. And some rooms also. Let's go inside here in the den or family room, family area. I think there's enough sunlight here. If we go and check the lux value, yeah, it seems 750 is the yellow green, and this one is 436. Enough for a person to read and write. Okay, and if you want to go the precise value of these areas or rooms, you can go here at the calculation objects and check this one. For example, you want family area and you want to see the value chart or the numbers. Aside from colors, you can check the value of the lux level by numbers or by color. Okay, you can see that, for example, this side it says 644 lux, and here it says 727 because from this side. That's why it's so bright. Look at that. And for example, you want to see another value here. For example, this bedroom, you can go by either false color value or by value chart. You can also mix it like this. And if you want to go to the plan view, you can also I click this one, this tab. So yeah, that's why I told you to learn the basics on how to use Dialux Evo first before you run your daylighting calculation. See, it says here that it's 1200 lux. That's too much. So that's why the shade should be there. Even though there is a canopy on that side, yeah, I think that's not enough because I did not put any blinds, and the glass reflectance factor I did not change. It's totally clear glass. That's why it's like that. Some of the values for the doors, okay, let's go here. Sorry, some the values for the windows are double glaze, while this one is totally clear glass. That's why it's the light comes through that yeah, like very clear. That's why it's so high. And for example, you want to go to the ground floor and check, for example, the kitchen, the dining area. Go to the false color. And also, if you want to know the, oh shucks, don't hang. Okay. There are dark sides because I put the calculation surface on the 0 level, which means it's on the floor, and whenever there's an object, it will become 0, totally dark, because it's on the floor. So don't be afraid with that dark colors. It means there's some objects on that. And if you want to include the values, of course, if it's really hard for you to understand the colors, you can also insert the value charts by numbers. So for example, here this is 2600 lux, and on this side it's only 294. So you can see now how intense the light near the window. All right, so yeah, I am not sure exactly what the BREEAM requirements are. I did not go through it, and I'm sorry also I did not open your file before I do the presentation, and I seen that you attach your 3D file also. It's really hard to create the object, this building, so I just use the whatever existing file I have right now. So yeah, what else? Okay, if you have more questions, just let me know. I will, if you want also, I can send you this file and you can run through it and study from this one. And yeah, that's it for now. And I hope you learned something. Yeah. If only I know the BREEAM requirements, I can tell you more. But because I don't know that, I just checked that one when you send me the email. That's why I cannot tell you anything. But if it's a lead, it's if you achieve a lax value, for example, in this room, and if, for example, 75% of the rooms in your project achieve the required lax level from daylighting, it means you have great points. That's how lead works. But in BREEAM, I am not sure, so forgive me on that. Okay, so I think that's it for now, and yeah, good night.